Ramp up your strength training. We all know strength training is super important, and a lot of you are probably regularly lifting and improving your bone density and your metabolic rate, and a lot of these increasing your lean mass, all of these cool things that comes from lifting weights. And as you know, if you've seen a couple of videos and followed along, I'm a big component of strength training. But if you are an endurance, an OCR athlete, or you're going into weight loss and would like to get some more power and strength into training, I have today I have 3 different ways you can mix up your training and do it a little different and get super effective training in a short time, and making some small adjustments that you can get a hell of a lot out of. So let's get started with 3 things to ramp up your strength. Number 1, barbell complexes. Complexes are a series of exercises that are performed after each other and linked together, and it is very important that the bar is not put down in between these full sequences. So when you've done a full complex, you set down the bar. Most complexes takes only a couple of minutes. It will leave your muscles burning, bursting for air, and your lungs might be a little gasping as well, but it is a fantastic tool, especially for OCR and fat burning. You can get a lot done in a very short time. So these exercises will boost the entire system, and especially for the OCR athletes, they will help your grip strength. I train a lot of grip strength because I need to hold on to the bar for a lot longer time. You will have to set your weight a little down, decrease your weight a little, but you will still get a fantastic exercise because we mix all these strength exercises together and get a lot more pump and energy into the training. This can look like different obstacles when you're on an obstacle race, and this will also, as a fat burning, boost your metabolism for a very long time. So the combination of your first OCR race and fat loss, this is a fantastic tool. But let's take a little short look at an example from a classic 5x5 strength day on a leg day, and set this up to see how this works in correlation to a barbell complex. Let's take an example of a classic 5x5 strength protocol, which a lot of people know what is and have started out with. We take a leg day here. I'll show you a leg day. So 5x5 back squat, 5x5 deadlift, split squats, bench step up, and calf raises. The total of the lifts 5x5 is 12,000 kilos of weight lifted, a total, aka 12 tons of kilos lifted. To compare this to a complex, I would set up a 5 kilo barbell with 8 exercises and doing 8 exercises of 8 repetitions each, totaling a 64 reps of the 50 kilos. That would be 3,200 per set, and I would do 5 sets. This means I would be doing 16 tons of training instead, or volume, whatever you want to call it. That is not bad, and it can be done within 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes on a bad day, but you can get a hell of a lot done in this way a lot shorter. Let's take another one. Instead of taking a classic complex like the bear complex, let's take another one that I like a lot, which is the man maker. The man maker is 8 push-ups on the bar, 8 deadlifts, 8 power cleans, 8 front squats, 8 overhead press, and 8 back squats. So the last overhead press will end on your back, and you'll do the back squat. And then you'll do barbell rows, and when you have the bar down, you can jump on to doing your push-ups on the bar. Again, So that would be a barbell complex, the man maker, and I've talked a little about volume and what you can get out of and why you should use this. Let's move to the next exercise. The next exercise is sandbag training. This is just a fantastic tool. It has been used in all time for strength training. Loading things up and carrying it around in the bag is a very functional tool. I think this is one of the most functional tools for home training and especially for OCR raising. It is fantastic because you get a lot of grip training, especially in a bigger bag and with different kind of handle and holds on the bag. This is fantastic. With a smaller bag and a bigger bag, the bigger bag is especially for strength training. The smaller bag or the middle-sized bags are fantastic for stabilizing your core and getting a fantastic rotation. A lot of things that we're missing in the barbell and also in the kettlebell and dumbbell trainings is a rotational training, and this sandbag is fantastic for this, and it's fantastic for throwing and a lot of different stuff. So if you do not own a sandbag, get out and get yourself a sandbag. This will change your entire training, or at least it will mix it up a lot. If you would like some help with your strength training with the sandbag, then just underneath here, or send me a comment on this video, or send me a private message, and I will help you everything I can to get sandbags into your training. I will even help you how to make your own without having any equipment or any fancy bags, just the duffel bags and some duct tape and plastic. It's very easy. The last thing on the 3 strength training things is maximum sustained power training, also known as MSP. MSP training is born from the cycling trainer Jacques Devore, who has made this MSP training. It's fantastic for general health and women especially who don't want to bulk up, and for endurance training, because you get a fantastic workout in a short time and you get very strong without spending too much time in the gym, and you do this without the bulk, without building up huge muscles. So a lot of people, especially endurance people, don't think that they need strength training. This is super important, and for general health it is even more important. And if we can put in some strength training and some short explosive strength training, this is fantastic. How does an MSP training work? Let's just start talking about the most general training that I see is 8 to 12 reps. We just talked about 5 by 5, that's the other. But a lot of people do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, especially the ones that are working with the endurance people that I'm working with. If they're doing any strength training, they're doing 8 to 12 reps, which does take a lot of time, and it fatigues your muscle a whole lot, because of you have a very long time under tension, so you'll fatigue the muscle a lot more. So now you know what the regular thing is. I talked about 5 by 5 before, and now we have the 8 by 12, 3 sets. So let's talk about a MSP workout. It is based on a 5 rep max. So the first thing you'll do is you'll find a 5 representative max. I usually do this on the day, so I'll build up to a 5 max. So this is what I find. I find the daily max instead of going off my max that maybe could be 6 months old and I'm not that strong today, or I'm even stronger today. And then from there, I'll just pump up out sets, 1 with 4, 1 with 3, and then 2, 2, 1. And I only rest 10 to 20 seconds between these mini sets. So it's very taxing, it's very short, it's a hardcore routine. And if you're feeling after this workout you can do it again, do not drop the weight. If you feel like, if I'm doing at 100 kilos like we talked on the 5 by 5 before, and I did my 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, and I want to do a set more, If you need to drop the weight, then don't do a set more. Then you cannot sustain the power. You are not explosive and hardcore enough to do another set. Do not drop the weight. Keep on going at the hard weight. It might take a little longer time. It might be 21 seconds, but if it's 30, 40 seconds on the mini sets, then you need to stop. It is speed, power, explosive, boom, boom, boom. Do 2 sets. I regularly don't advise people doing 3, but if you're totally crazy, then you put not enough weight on the bar if you can do a 3rd set with the same weight. But still, 2 sets of this will get you rocking. And even though if you are in this for bulking up and getting muscle, this will give you a lot more base strength, so you're ready for digging a huge hole or whatever life can throw at you. This is a fantastic tool. MSP is one of my new favorite ways of training because it's short, it's very intensive, and I can get in and out very quick. So these are my 3 training advices for ramping up your strength very easily. So number 1 is barbell complexes. Complex movements are fantastic. We can shove a lot of training in a short time and move a lot of, in my example, tons around in a short period of time. Number 2 is more general, all round. It's my sandbag training. It is fantastic. All these exercises you can do, all the rotational, and then with a bigger bag, classic strength training. And the best part about sandbag training is grip. You get very nice grip training. And my new all-time favorite, I've saved it for the last, and it is maximum sustained power training. Short, effective, and hard training. MSP training. If you haven't tried it, then try it out. If you would like examples on any of these, then join my group, my Facebook group right underneath here, where I'll help you with your training, beginning strength, beginning endurance. Then just join the group. In there you will find a lot of cool things that will help your training a lot. So, looking forward to hearing from you. If you like this, then share it, like it, comment on it, and let me know what you think. If you have anything, then just comment below, and I'll help you. And I'll help you even more in the group. Bye.